What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Dino, I guess. Sure. But today, we're going to call our shot for the Pokemon 25th anniversary because I want to say that I guessed it right. I want to say that I guessed it very right. And starting off, obviously, I think it's going to be Sinnoh remakes like everyone else. I don't think it's going to be Celestial Pearl or Temporal Diamond. That doesn't make much sense, but I do think that we're going to get them. Why? I don't know. Just a few small reasons. But to start it off, the only Mythicals that you can't get in Sword and Shield are the ones from Sinnoh. Arceus, Darkrai, Shaman, Manaphy, Fion, which we don't talk about, and Meloetta, which kind of weird that that's not in Sword and Shield, but every other one is. Why not Meloetta? That fair question. But anyways, it's kind of weird that they wouldn't include the Sinnoh Mythicals, but they include every other mythical Pokemon. You can get a Jirachi in Sword and Shield. I have a Genesect. I have a Mew. I will get a Keldeo. You can actually encounter it in the wild. Which, would that make Keldeo no longer mythical and now a legendary? Fair question. But also, the Regies. The Regies heavily point towards Sinnoh remakes because Sinnoh had Regigigas. And you know what you needed in Sinnoh to unlock Regigigas? Every Regie. And now you can have a full team of Regies if you include Regigigas. But I really think that this points towards Sinnoh remakes because then it will be you can get a special Regigigas in Sinnoh if you have all the Regies from Sword and Shield. But also, the Dynamax Adventure is a lot like the Sinnoh Underground in terms of it's a co-op underground labyrinth or maze. So they're essentially the same thing, and that was what a lot of people thought hinted towards Sinnoh remakes. But now, I think everyone thinks anything that's remotely like Sinnoh points towards Sinnoh remakes. But also, the Pixi Plate, the only plate found in Sword and Shield. You can't get Arceus in Sword and Shield, but you can get one of Arceus's plates. And the only plate that's not in any other game. Hinting more towards Sinnoh remakes. And also, it's just time. It's been the longest since we played through Gen 4. 2009, that's like 11 years ago. But we also, I don't think it will be Johto because they did release a virtual console for that for the 20th anniversary, and they might consider that going back. Letting people play through it again. But another thing I think they're going to do is they're going to do this augmented reality thing for the Space Sunrise Live. I think they're going to show some of the legendaries from Gen 4. And they're going to announce it then. Very dramatically for their 25th anniversary. Another thing that I feel is hinted at slightly is the re-release of the Gen 3 games on Virtual Console. Now, I really only have one thing for evidence on this, and that is just they're the only other starters in Sword and Shield in these guys, so I guess we might get Leaf Green and Fire Red, but you know. But I just find it odd that they would pick Gen 3. They go Gen 1, skip Gen 2, Gen 3, skip every other generation of starter. Oh, they also have the Alola starters, but I think they only have those because people like them from the last generation and they wanted them. like, okay. But I feel like this hints towards Gen 3 Virtual Console. I know Birdkeeper Toby also thinks that they're going to do Virtual Console for this. I agree with him. I think it would make... I just thought that when they had these, I was like, oh, they're going to do a Virtual Console right after the Crown Tundra. They're going to do Virtual Console. And that'll be how you can get your starter from Gen 3 into Sword and Shield. It would also link the past games to Sword and Shield, and they would be able to close Pokemon Bank, because do we really think they're going to keep that open very long after it's just kind of obsolete now? And finally, that's all. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me why I'm right. I don't care. Any comment is good comment. Helps the algorithm. Peace.